Metro 2033 is the first game of one of the best game trilogies ever made, and 13 years later it's still an amazing game. If you don't know what Metro is about, it's a game about post-apocalyptic Russians that live in the Metro system to hide from radiation and monsters. And if that description didn't catch your attention, I don't know what will. But by far one of the best things about this game, and all the others in the series, is that even though they are first-person shooters, because that's what they are, there are no survival mechanics, there's no eating or sleeping, but with all that, they sometimes feel like horror games. And I wouldn't go as far as comparing them to games like Outlast or, games that have jump scares, but I will say it, being on the surface for the first time and being chased by ugly mutated cats was fucking scary. The same can be said about being lost for 40 minutes in a Nazi base. Oh, and I almost forgot the library level with the creepy librarians. And what makes Metro feel this way is the world and the atmosphere that the world gives off. Being alone in the Metro tunnels while it's dead silent and hearing every drop of water and every crack that the rails make, only for them to be suddenly attacked by monsters, is such a great experience. The level design is in general amazing, and the attention to detail is amazing, everything looks and feels how a destroyed Russia would feel. Also, I think, I'm not from Russia, but it convinced me that that's how post-apocalyptic Russia would look like, so I think it's more than good enough. But now I'd like to ask you to subscribe and leave a like. Yeah, I know everybody asks for this, but it does really help me a lot, so if you take 5 seconds to do it, I will very much appreciate it. Thank you. If you didn't know, the games are based on a book series with the same name by Russian author Dmitry Glukhovsky, and Metro 2033 is the most faithful game to the books, and it's really good. Not that the others are bad. The game follows Artyom, who is one of the residents of the metro stations, on his journey to kill a race of mutants that is attacking the people of the metro stations. Or at least that's what he thinks he's doing, because in later games we learn that he basically killed them all for nothing because they weren't evil. I always found this funny, like he killed them all for nothing, but he does make it up in the next game, so yeah. And Artyom is an interesting character. He doesn't talk in the game, except in the loading screens, and he has this hero concept, and it's really cool to see how he thinks he's becoming a hero, but in reality he's being a villain. You know how it goes, you either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. The side characters are also really well written, like take for example Khan. He is the man, he is him, he's mysterious, cool, and the part of the game that you are with him is one of the best. But the Spartan Rangers are truly the best. Like the best mission in the game is the one where you go search for D6. It has everything, intense moments, weird slimy shit, everything. And pair that with the excellent combat system, of course it was gonna be great. The guns in this game feel really good, maybe a bit arcadey, but still, you have a lot of customization, and the actual fights, be it either against monsters or human, are amazing. One of the highlights of this game is when you go to the front lines of the war between the Red Line and the Nazis. That level feels like an actual war. There is a lot of stuff going on, and again this brings us back to the level design. One last thing I want to talk about is the soundtrack, and it's one of the best game soundtracks I've ever heard. And I like how it's made to fit seamless in the world with moments like this. If you played Metro 2033, tell me what you think in the comments, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.